I have a question just to double check with Andres and Jose. That I was comparing. I'll share my screen really quick just to double check everything. I was comparing the changes that we did on staging with the changes that we're going to do on production. And I noticed that on staging, we left the config directory untouched. It was part of GitLab Postgres. Before and after on production, the merge request currently has it changed from Postgres to Postgres data. Should we be doing that?
Sergio, what are your thoughts about that?
I am reviewing it.
I wasn't aware of that, to be honest. Because I understand that
yes, I was unaware about this config. Config directory is not let me check. But the data directory is correct, the old, and you need the new one. Okay, for the version 11, yeah.
Because actually who controls the config directory is Patroni, right? So I think we are fine, but just double checking.
Yeah, as I said, just double checking because we didn't change it on staging, but maybe there's a reason why we do it on production.
Thank you, Alejandro.
Okay, so I just started the maintenance, as we said, at 8:45 UTC. This now. I sent the start message for this change, and then we have 9 more minutes till we start the execution at 8:55 UTC, 8 a.m. of course.
Awesome, Alberto. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Hey, so do we know the reason why those directors are different?
It shouldn't, to be honest. And I'm asking now Sergio to confirm to us if there is any impact on that. Because like this configuration parameter, it's originally by Postgres, but in our case, we are using Patroni to control the generation of the Postgres SQL.conf. So I'm just double checking if this is fine. We don't have any unexpected result.
Right. But I don't know who said it, but someone said, oh, maybe they're supposed to be different. And so a maybe is kind of uncomfortable. So if they're different, we should at least understand why they're different.
The actual config directory on production is the same as staging, is var opt GitLab PostgreSQL. So I don't know why you have a different one in the YAML for Patroni. The data is wrong. We need to keep it equal as staging, Jose.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I'll fix it.
Thank you, Alejandro. If you can do that, will be awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Gerardo, as well.
Yeah.
So I'm also checking like open merge requests, and there seems to be one still open for this. I think the step in the ticket or the issue is database Wrangler check that all MRs are rebased and contain the proper changes. It looks like there's still one open in production.
Yes, we will execute this merge request during the upgrade. So I understand that this issue is still open, so we are good with that.
But this is also the one that also has that change that was just mentioned.
Exactly.
So I guess what I'm confirming is that we're okay to check that checkbox then.
Exactly. Yes, I
Okay.
will do that. Thank you.
Thanks.
So just for my peace of mind, based on what Brent just said, that change also needs to, if we're gonna change it in one MR, are we also changing it in this standby MR that we have to do during the maintenance? I think that's what Brent was trying to say.
Yes, we are updating the MR. That's the same that we'll execute during the maintenance. And
Both
we are,
of them.
yes, it's just
Okay.
one MR that we'll execute during the maintenance. So we're updating now to change this path that was wrong set.
In the MR that is open that we're executing during the maintenance.
Exactly.
Okay, just checking, being a little paranoid.
All right, change is done, and I need you to reapprove, Jose.
Okay, send me the link, please. Thank you. Where did you send the link, Alejandro?
On Slack, but let me, I said it at the end, but let me put it on the PJK channel as well.
Okay, thank you. Approve it.
Thanks.
Three more minutes for, starting actually the upgrade and start draining the connections and so on.
Thank you, Alberto. Ahmad, could you please share your screen and get ready to start the maintenance in 3 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
And then one more bit of paranoia, because I'm not full of it actually, is we're leveraging tmux or screen or some such to make sure that in case of the unlikely losing a session, we're not, okay, cool. I figured.
We have this on the template and on the process, and in your last test on the staging, we had this case that we lost the session and Ahmad was able to reconnect on this session successfully, since we are taking these precautions.
Cool, thanks.
All right, just to make everyone aware of what we are doing exactly, we are starting stopping the traffic at Cloudflare, okay? This will be the first step that Ahmad will execute in a few seconds. Ahmad, can you please start blocking the traffic at the Cloudflare level?
Yeah, sure. Can you please approve every step as we go?
I'm sorry? Yes, please proceed. Let's create the worker, please. Yes, proceed to create the last step of the Cloudflare blocking. Thank you. Proceed, please. Meanwhile, I would like to ask Ongress to execute another checkpoint, please, on the database and monitor the connections to the database, please.
Okay.
Meanwhile, please proceed, Ahmad, checking the HTTP access. Yeah, next step, Ahmad, can you please proceed? Stop check client. Okay. Yes, please create the message, please. Can you proceed?
Checkpoint already complete.
Thank you, Gaddafi. And yes, please proceed, Ahmad, please, with the custom authorized keys script. Please proceed with the next step, the authorized keys command. Thank you, Ahmad. Please, Ahmad, proceed with the reload SSHD. Meanwhile, Henry, are you okay? We don't see any alerts or everything's working as expected?
I see traffic dropping dramatically right now and expect alerts coming in very soon because of that, of course.
Thank you. Awesome. Yes, please, Ahmad, let's verify the Git over SSH accessibility. Yes, please, let's proceed, Ahmad, with the fetch of activity connections or sessions on the HA proxy. Let's end up the sessions that are still available on the HA proxy, please.
Are those failures normal?
These warnings are normal. We saw them on staging, as far as I understand.
Okay.
I silence the alerts in Alert Manager now because there will be too many to follow them.
Thank you, Harry. Ahmad, could you confirm if there is any node that is not, we're having any problem to shut down the Chef client in some node?
We're not shutting down Shift client right now. Or are you referring to something else?
I'm sorry, we are doing the HA proxy step, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Um, I would like to deviate a little from this particular step, since it seems that we are mostly terminating sessions on pages HA proxy, and pages doesn't really interfere with what we're doing. So I would like permission to stop execution and exclude HA proxy pages and then restart starting from this particular step.
So I would like to confirm that are we sure that we do not have any connections to the database in this step?
Pages
No,
serve a static HTML.
sorry, no. Can I say one thing? Pages uses API to GitLab. So I hope that like Pages, like our GitLab.com doesn't serve the API request right now. Because Pages, yes, does serve HTML, but it uses API call to find exactly where this mapping is. So as long as GitLab.com API is not responding, because I think we connect Pages internally, I mean, we connect internally behind the Cloudflare, this is likely fine.
All right, Camille, then I understand that we are fine to stop this step and proceed with the next one.
Are we really fine? And shouldn't we, I mean, we did expect this to take a while in the case of production. And I think, shouldn't we, for completeness, like be looking to halt all traffic regardless of if it interacts with the database? As a just in case?
Yeah, more than anything, if we didn't do this in the drivers and staging, let's not deviate from what we know works. So we've notified customers that we're down, and that should be good.
Yeah,
It's also, I was just going to say, Pages definitely uses the public API. So I would say we need to disable it.
And just to emphasize for everybody on the call, I myself am not concerned about how long this takes. I know we prescribed a 2-hour window, but I'm more than fine going saying to customers later that it took 4 or 6 hours, because we ran into some things. So let's not worry about that. So let's just continue on the same way we did with the 6 tests that we did in staging, knowing that it was going to take a lot more time to do this step in production.
All right, to everyone, we executed this step in staging, but of course, since our staging is a smaller rep of production, it was much faster. So we are seeing this at the moment. But the step was tested and executed in staging, okay? So we will wait till drain all the connections from pages.
So did we actually stop pages?
Sorry, Kamil, could you repeat your point?
Did we actually stop pages? Because like I know that we put a page on the Cloudflare, I think from what I understand, on GitLab.com, but pages is served on separate domain and is served for user subdomains. So technically, I don't think that we put a block on the pages. This is why we continue to see requests on pages.
Ahmad, could you please help us to answer this question, please?
Yeah, as Camille said, pages is served from a different subdomain or our domain altogether, and we don't have it on JProxy. Sorry, on Cloudflare. So the block we just made only affects anything behind GitLab.com, not GitLab.io.
I would, so I think my personal preference, given that we are in the saying that we are down for the database upgrade, probably the simplest would be just stop pages service for time of the upgrade. Pages not having API access is defunct anyway, so it's not really a lot that we can do there.
Right, thank you, Camille. A suggestion from Jar about drain the connections or pages at the load balancer level. Ahmad, would you agree with that, or everyone, please?
Sorry, where is the question?
No, Jar suggested to drain the connections in the load balancer level. He did this on the chat on the Zoom call, please.
Yeah, I'm just saying we can just drain it at the load balancer, or we could stop it. Either one.
Mm-hmm.
Stopping it. I don't think stopping it's a good idea since it will take 10 minutes, I guess, and because of the change we have recently to actually wait 10 minutes before terminating HA proxy. But still, if we do this, we are deviating from the plan, which kind of frowned upon at this point.
Well, I mean, we're not deviating in the sense that we're stopping the main script enrolling, starting again. We're adding an additional thing outside the context of the script.
So we're okay. Are you okay with us doing this drain?
I mean, if it's got Jar's signature on it, yeah, I'm good with this one. Because it's where I would have concern is the one thing we didn't do in the test is we didn't completely stop the script and then start again, at least in the test that I noted. And so I do have concerns about that. But it looks like we might have like essentially missed, well, not missed is the wrong word, but found an additional source of traffic that we weren't seeing in staging that we need to account for outside the context of the script. So Jarv's recommended change or recommended addition makes sense to me.
Okay.
So probably, given that we drained the nodes, we're still gonna see connection on HA proxy. They're just gonna be 503 or 502. So I don't expect that we're gonna see a difference on that screen that we are looking at right now.
Yeah, I agree, but for a different reason, because in a previous step, we just fetched the list of active sessions, and in this step, we go over them. So it doesn't really matter if we drain or not, it has a list that has to go through.
Actually, it seems that our traffic stopped. So likely it's just fine to proceed as normal we would do at that point.
All right, Camille, thank you for the update. Everyone agrees on that we could proceed and go to the next step, stopping the
Yeah, I think that we should proceed because worst case scenario will be, I mean, traffic will be dropping, but it's already dropping already. So
All right. Then Ahmad, could you please proceed to the next step?
It would involve me stopping this and restarting the script.
Thank you. Yes, please, Ahmad. Proceed with stopping the Puma clients. Please proceed and stop the sidekick.
Okay.
Please stop Kubernetes. Thank you. Proceed, please.
I have one question. Are we also stopping the registry service?
We are not.
Okay. Does it call the database?
We don't need to stop registry because it's responsibility of the user to call gitlab.com JWT auth endpoint, and registry never directly calls GitLab endpoint. So as long as someone has a valid token, registry can perform authorization of the token by themselves. So no, registry doesn't call API directly. It's a client calling the API via gitlab.com, generally available.
Okay, thank you.
Jarv, do you know if of any reason why this command kubectl scale deployment for mailroom would take some time?
Sorry, which command?
This one.
The kubectl. I'll take a look. What's going on? So in production, I just see one running pod for mailroom and And looking at the HPA, it looks like as if that command was not sent.
Okay. Jose, I would like to restart this step.
Okay. Can we please proceed and restart the step?
And interesting. It seems to be waiting to read something from standard inputs.
I know what this is. This is the
We need to presenter or something like that.
I think this is the prompt that we added to the kubectl command, which requires you to enter an issue ID before doing any maintenance on production. That's what it is.
Is there a way to, is there like a force flag or something?
Yeah, there should be. Let me check. This should be just a wrapper. I hope there's a force flag. Alternatively, we can just maybe hot edit the wrapper script, which is user local sbin kubectl. Where is this running? Is this running on the the console box? Okay.
So it's just these two commands, one for mailroom and one for sidekick. Are we okay executing them manually?
Yes, let's please execute manually to stop the Kubernetes cluster, please.
Okay.
Does it actually do a check here, or is it just want a number to be happy?
No idea. Jar.
We can add the 17, the number of the.
That was going to be my recommendation, but if it does anything, interesting safety check here, but this might just be a human interaction mechanism.
Yeah, I don't think that is linked to the actual change request.
Okay, I just modified the script to short circuit the check. Yeah, so Brent, what it does is it prompts you for running on production, and then it asks you for a change issue ID or a change issue link before proceeding. And we do this on production, but we don't do this on staging.
Does it
That's all it does.
the values entered, because it didn't prompt me for this one.
I just edited it now, so it's not going to prompt you anymore.
Okay. Yeah. With this thing, we are done with the maintenance script.
All right, Ahmad, thank you very much. Alejandro, could you please start the Postgres upgrade Ansible playbook?
Sure, let me share my screen.
Thank you.
I haven't done the facts guidance, so we'll do it all synchronously.
Proceed gathering facts, please.
Okay, done there.
Great. Please proceed to the next step, checking if the package is installed.
All right.
Please proceed to the next step, stopping Chef client. Yes, please stop the PG bouncer. Will be 3 times the step. You can proceed on all of them. Please proceed controlling the connections to the database. Yes, please proceed taking this backup from the HBA file. Yes, please proceed closing all the traffic with the new HBA configuration. Yes, please proceed reloading the configuration on Postgres with the new HBA configuration. Thank you. Yes, please proceed with killing the active connections. Yes, please proceed checking the active connections. Awesome, thank you. Please, let's check now the client connections. Awesome. Please, let's run the checkpoint. Yes, please proceed with the wait time for the checkpoint. Thank you. Meanwhile, Ongres, can you check, please, if the checkpoint is, when the checkpoint is finished?
Sure.
Thank you, Gaddafi. Gaddafi, any update on the Postgres? Sorry, Gaddafi, any update on the checkpoint status?
Yes, I think it's already finished.
All right, thank you. Please, Alejandro, can you proceed checking the replication lag? Yes, please proceed, stopping path running. Yes, can you please now put path running pause status, please? Yes, please proceed checking the ownership of the files. Yes, please proceed getting the encoding from PostgreSQL. Please proceed with the version check. Please proceed checking the variables from the old cluster. Please proceed. Because at the moment we don't have the new cluster, but it's okay, proceed please. And with the comparison, yes, please proceed. Please proceed copying the script. Please proceed dropping the views. Please proceed removing the script that was executed. Please proceed to get a backup of the replication slots. Yes, proceed, please. Please proceed with the debug. Please proceed starting the backup. This is a step to ensure the database consistency for the snapshot that we will execute in the next step. Okay, please proceed executing the snapshot of the database. Awesome. Alejandro, could you please proceed stopping the backup on the Postgres level? Thank you. Would you please apply the changes on chef level? Could you please execute the chef client on all the nodes? Thank you.
I have another question while this is running. Is log shipping between versions 11 and 9 working? Because our backup databases are still on version 9, right? So maybe we can't import the WAL files from the new databases into the old backup databases then?
We'll execute after the process a backup, and with that we ensure that we have the correct WAL generation for it.
Okay, so the WAL files from version 11 will still work on version 9.6 databases?
Not really. We will need to recreate the databases that are depending on the WAL files since we are changing the timeline. But it's expected for us, and we are generating a new backup after the migration process, okay? Upgrade process, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Just, we discuss it, please.
Okay,
Please.
yeah, sure.
Thank you, Henry.
Let's do this later.
Alejandro, could you please stop chef client? Please stop both this instance everywhere. Henry, addressing your question, yes, we changed the WAL generation directory with the archive command. So we have different paths for where we are sending the WALs from 9.6 and we are sending the WALs from the 11. So we need to later on recreate the replicas that are depending on the WAL segments. So we are good with that. And we will generate a full backup afterwards the upgrade, okay?
Yeah, so you're talking about the replicas in the cluster, right? But you're talking about the archive and the delayed replica?
Exactly, for the delayed.
Okay, I see.
Disaster recover replica. The replicas that we have in the cluster, they're depending on stream replication that doesn't affect those others.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yes, please, let's create a new data directory. Yes, please verify if the data directory is empty. Yes, please, let's initialize the new data directory with initdb. Yes, please proceed to check if Postgres is stopped. Please proceed with the check of the version. Check if it's compatible the version. Yes.
So we were expecting that fatal, I take it.
Initially, yes, and after we have the output here that the clusters are compatible. Yes, is everything okay? Yes. Please, let's proceed now with the upgrade of the primary database.
1 second, please.
Okay. Let's wait a second, Sergio, for Sergio output. Sergio, I think we can at least execute the gathering facts, no?
Yes, please proceed.
Thank you. So Alejandro, could you please proceed check gathering the facts? Thank you. Please, Sergio, let us know if you finish your check, if you can proceed with the Postgres upgrade.
Yes, Jose, everything is okay. You can proceed.
Thank you very much, Sergio. Could you please, Alejandro, execute the upgrade on the primary node?
This is the step that we're expecting to take some 15 to 20 minutes, we say.
Not really. This step is done now. At the moment, the database is in the version 11, the primary. So we will.
Sorry, that was the other one. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Thank you. Could you please proceed getting the username deploy now, Alejandro? Yes, could you please proceed with the debug that we're starting to work on the secondaries? Awesome, thank you. Could you please check the directory owners on the secondaries? Could you please verify that Postgres is stopped? Could you please execute rsync for the replicas, please? Great. Could you please restore the data directory ownership? Could you please check the connections to the database? Yes. Please, could you please restore the traffic allowing the connections from the HPA level? Thank you. Yes, please. Let's proceed recovering checking the recovery command on Patroni level. Yes, please proceed checking the tags on the Patroni configuration. Great. Yes, please, let's start Patroni. But Ongris, please, can you check now how is the Patroni configuration? If we are fine if we started the node?
Yes, I am in.
Thank you. Meanwhile, please, could you please proceed executing the script? Could you please restore in the views, the updated views on the database? Thank you. These views are for the monitoring. And could you please remove the script? Please proceed checking the encoding. Yes, please proceed with the version check. Please proceed with the backup of the encoding in the old cluster. Please proceed. These steps are for checking the encoding in both versions. And now with the comparison. Yes, please proceed. Yes, please check the local connections.
Patroni YAML is already updated correctly, Jose.
Thank you, Sergio. Please, let's proceed, removing the old configuration file. Please, let's start Postgres, Patroni, sorry, yes. Please, let's wait. Yeah, let's start the wait time for the startup of the primary node. Sergio, could you please confirm for us that the node is starting as the leader in the cluster?
Yes, of course. Patroni 11 is the leader now.
Thank you for the confirmation. Could you please proceed, Alejandro, doing the table count? Please proceed verifying this table count in the replicas. Okay, perfect. Could you please proceed removing this configuration? Okay. Could you please proceed starting Patroni on the secondary, in this case, the 04? Yes, proceed, please. We're just giving a second to the replica to catch up. Sergio, could you please confirm that we have this new node on the cluster?
Yes, node 04 and 07 are already synced with the leader.
Perfect. Could you please proceed, Alejandro? Yes, counting the tables to verify that the replication is working properly. Thank you. Could you please, great. Proceed executing the removal of the configuration file. Yes, please proceed. We are executing another node. Yes, proceed. We will execute the same steps for all the nodes. So we will do this for more 5 nodes. So proceed, please. We're doing the same thing. Executing the starting Patroni and verifying that the replication is working properly and verifying with some tests on tables that we created after the upgrade. So very good. Yes, please proceed. Proceed, please. Proceed. Proceed, please. Proceed, please. How many replicas we have at the moment, Sergio?
Checking.
Proceed, please.
4 replica is
4
already
replica.
joined. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Reach eight. So we're in a good path. Okay. Proceed, please. Proceed, please. Proceed, please. Proceed, please. Proceed, please. Proceed, yes. Proceed, please. Proceed, please.
We have already 7 replicas, Jose.
Thank you, Sergio. Proceed, please. Proceed, please. We are checking the connections now to poses. Awesome. Great. Proceed, open the SQL traffic. So at the moment we have the 8, or cluster has 8 nodes as we expected, no? So please proceed, reloading the configuration. Please proceed executing the control traffic check. See here, good. Please check the cluster state after the reload. Please start the analyze. Vacuum DB analyzed. We are gathering statistics for the cluster. This will take some minutes. We are gathering statistics on the new cluster to make the performance appropriated for the queries.
while we wait for that, another question about backups. Are we going to take snapshots before we open the gates?
We did already.
But those were on the 9.6 version, right?
Yes, in case of our rollback, we have this, we executed this snapshot, okay?
Right, what I'm thinking is that taking the base backup on 11, it's going to take a few hours. So it might be handy if we had another snapshot on PG11.
Yeah, we can execute one. I will just follow up and start the tests and we talk about that. Okay, Andreas?
Sure.
Thank you. Could you please start the PG vouchers?
A question there, Andreas. I mean, the snapshots are gonna have to be taken with the database stopped, and then it means, you know, kind of extending the downtime if you want them like 100% coherent, or what's?
Not
Yeah,
really.
go ahead.
I can help you with this. Please, Alejandro, could you please start the chef clients? This will take some minutes and I will answer your question, Alberto.
Sure.
Coordinate this, the executing RPG start backup in one node and execute the snapshot and then stop the backup, because it's just a comment that we execute on policy. We need to coordinate the both actions that we could take one of the secondaries for it. And I would like to ask you to coordinate with Ongres after we ramp up the traffic now with Ahmad, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Alejandro. Okay.
Right, that was the end of the playbook. So we're done there.
Great, thank you. Could you please, Ahmad, let's ramp up the applications to make possible the tests for the QA?
Sure.
Before anyone runs a snapshot, don't forget to run the PG start backup and PG stop backup, please.
Yes, what I will ask how to do it, please. Could you please agree on start the backup on the node 8, please, or 7 can be, and then we take a snapshot from it. Meanwhile, please revert the frames to start the Kubernetes cluster.
Jose, you broke up a little bit. So what was the next action for getting a snapshot of 11?
Let's do it by parts. Yes, please proceed starting Sidekick. Meanwhile, I would like to use Ongres to connect on the cluster on node 07, start the backup, PG start backup. Meanwhile, I will ask Alejandro please to execute a snapshot on this node. This we will do in parallel. Meanwhile, I continue the tasks with Ahmad to please start the Puma cluster. Ongres, who is executing the start backup? Sergio, and you? Sergio, could you please confirm that you will start the backup, the PG start backup on the node 07?
Sorry, Jose.
Meanwhile, Ahmad, please convert chef.
I guess that's it for this stage.
Okay, thank you. Then, Nailia, could you please start your tests?
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen.
Meanwhile, please, Ongres, Sergio, are you starting the...
I am. I am on. Give me 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
We are starting now smoke end-to-end test to ensure that basic functionality is working. It will take about 5 to 10 minutes.
Nelia, is this supposed to be happening on a staging box?
As far as I understand, we can trigger this check from the same machine that we used on staging, because it has access to production as well.
Okay, just making sure. Thanks.
Yeah.
So regarding the snapshot, we're running it within a snapshot of what host?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat your question, Alejandro?
I'm asking if we're going to take a new snapshot, or did I misunderstand the previous conversation?
As Andres suggested, we would like to take a new snapshot from the version 11. And for this, I'm waiting for the confirmation from Sergio that we have executed on the node 07. We started the backup command that we are in a good state to execute the snapshot.
Okay. Any particular reason why we're choosing 7 as the host?
Yeah, sorry, Jose. The replicas, as always, are on recovery, so therefore we need to run this command on the leader.
Let's proceed because we have 10 minutes, so we are good to proceed on the primary then, on the 11.
Okay, I can proceed.
Yes.
Sorry, Alejandro.
Yes, that won't affect the QA test, right? I mean, does it block transactions or anything like that? No.
Okay. No problem. Sergio, please let us know when you executed the command in the primary, okay?
Yes, I will confirm. 1 second.
Sergio, could you please update us on the status on the start the backup?
Is running the start, Jose, because this is an exclusive backup. Therefore, a checkpoint is performed. So the command is not coming back yet.
Okay.
Tests are finished successfully, so we can proceed. And wanted to note also that after the traffic is enabled, we will trigger full end-to-end tests that will take about an hour to additionally ensure that everything is okay. Yeah, stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much, Nailea.
Thank you.
Could you please proceed and open the traffic?
Sure.
Should we finish that snapshot first?
Yeah.
We need to wait for the start backup to run the snapshot.
We will do it in parallel meanwhile we enable traffic.
Are we sure about that?
I do not see any reason to wait for this for more 10 minutes. I would choose to proceed enabling traffic and taking the snapshot at the same time. But if you would like to wait, we can wait.
I guess there is a small risk in there that we basically, if we had to recover from a backup, we would basically lose those minutes until the snapshot is complete. If we're willing to take that risk, then that's totally fine.
Yes. At the moment, I see that all the records are in a healthy state, so I would understand that we are safe to proceed enabling traffic. But still, Brent, would you like to wait for this snapshot, or should we proceed?
Yeah, so we're doing a snapshot of the 11.7 database. And so worst case would be we enable traffic and we have to do some sort of rollback on 11.7 and we would lose any sort of, we'd have data loss from this point until, well, actually we would have some semblance of data loss. Am I incorrect in that?
Yes, we will have this difference on those minutes in case of a rollback on that. But I would like to check with Ongres, please. What's the status on the cluster at the moment? At Emmanuel or Sergio?
We see considerable activity in the database now, so we are checking this.
Okay, may I ask you, what activity do you see at the moment?
Sorry, Jose, may I ask you if you could repeat your question?
Yes. Could you please explain us, principally to Emmanuel, what activity you see on the database at the moment?
At the moment, the PC start backup is running still and performing the checkpoint. And the cluster from attorney list is clear, it's good. We have a leader with a new timeline and the replicas are all up to date. Let me please review the traffic on the cluster again.
So from my side, we still have 15 more minutes till, the 2 hours downtime that we kind of announced. So if we want to go for, separate actions for the snapshot and then enabling the traffic, I think that we still have time.
Yeah, let's do that.
To be like, 200% sure, given that there's some uncertainties.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Also, again, I'm fine messaging to whomever that we're going to exceed the downtime if needed. So
let's go with that approach then. Yeah.
Thank you. Ongres, Sergio or Emmanuel, should we execute a checkpoint by ourselves or the start backup is executing one out by itself?
The same start backup executes the checkpoint.
Okay, let's wait then.
So Ahmad is standing by and just waiting for the good to go signal to proceed with enabling the traffic. I guess that, Ongres is going to give us that signal so that he can enable that as soon as possible, right? When the checkpoint, sorry, the snapshot is fully finished.
Yes, we will need to start the command that is start backup. Then I will ask Alejandro to please execute this snapshot from the node, from the primary node. And afterwards, we need to execute one more step with Ongres, and later on we can restart the traffic.
Cool, thanks.
We have 99 connection from GitLab user on the primary, and the PG Star backup is still running the checkpoint.
Thank you, Sergio. Do you need to kill some connection or something like that, or?
It will be better to execute the checkpoint without any connections. That's why it's taking longer than usual.
Okay. At the moment, we do not have traffic. If you want to kill some connection to make sure the checkpoint is executed, please proceed.
Okay, I will kill that connection.
Aren't these connections will get reconnected after a short while since they are coming from the application itself?
And we also have a few connections from Sidekick running updates on the database.
I think
Sorry to interrupt, but
I think the reason is that we're not seeing an immediate checkpoint is that we haven't forced a fast version of PG start backup, I think. So if we, it's spreading out the load a bit, so that takes a lot longer. So if we were just, running a single checkpoint ourselves, that should be faster.
Hold on, we're checking if you can do something like pause the PG bouncers. Just a second.
Also, were we expecting Sidekick connections at this point?
Exactly, that's my point. I would like to confirm with Ahmad, because my understanding is like Sidekick shouldn't be connecting to the database at the moment, right?
No, it should. Why shouldn't? It's just doing stuff in the background, so cron stuff or whatever. So it's totally normal to happen.
All right, thank you, Ahmad.
Right, to expand a bit on that, we had to enable these things for the QA test to succeed.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Sorry.
One way to, if we will want to go that route, is to shut down the servers, not the Postgres, but the Psyche and Rails again.
So my understanding is that we're just waiting for the PG start backup process to finish. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And since we haven't started in a fast mode where it basically forces a checkpoint, we're basically waiting for a checkpoint now, right? So the less traffic that we have, the longer it takes until that checkpoint happens. And if we were just executing the checkpoint manually, that would be the fastest approach. Is that correct?
Yes, we are thinking that if we can pause psychic PG bouncers, is it that possible that we can do that?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay. I don't want to stop the PG bouncers to avoid errors from the psychic, so I would prefer to to pause the PG bouncers, the pool, I mean. But okay, let's try this.
How is pausing PG bounces related to the checkpoint?
I mean, pausing the connections from the psychic PG bouncers. So we stop the incoming traffic from the psychics.
Actually, I would say
Yeah,
that you kill the connections from state kick because at the moment we are not processing any traffic.
Okay.
But that's totally unrelated to checkpointing, isn't it?
Yeah, we just try to make the checkpoint faster.
Yes, but also like Sidekeep processes a bunch of the cron type of jobs, so it's very likely that it will reconnect to the database, to the master.
So, my apologies, Camille. I would like to say that PG start backup is already done. You can run the GCP snapshot.
Cool, we're done.
Thank you.
All right, running now.
Thank you, Alejandro.
So I'll be creating a backup of Patroni 11 GPRD data. All right. Just so we have a spinner on screen that we can look at. Let me share.
That's nicer.
As the PagerDuty maintenance window will end in 5 minutes, we will get a lot of alerts and I will extend them. Do we have an estimate to when we are back to normal traffic?
Yes, could you please extend for 15 minutes, please?
15, okay.
Do we need to tweet?
I think it's a good point. We should tweet updating that we will extend for 10-15 minutes the maintenance window, please. Alberto, could you help us with that?
I can execute that in 4 minutes or so, or 3 minutes, because we're coming to the end of the maintenance window.
Thank you.
All right, so the backup is, the snapshot, sorry, is done now.
Okay, then just updating you, Alberto, I think we don't need this tweet. We need to open the tweet with Ahmad.
Let me run the PG stop backup, Jose, please.
I'll prepare the tweet in any case. Just we want to send it or not. We'll decide in a sec.
Okay. Please, Sergio, let us know when the PG stop backup is executed.
Done, Jose.
Thank you. Now I would like to ask Ahmad to please convert chef.
So I think that I'm going to tweet. I mean, I'm tweeting. I'm just saying that our maintenance work is almost finished. All worked as expected, and then we expect GitLab.com to be fully available in about 15 minutes from now.
Yes, I think it's accurate. I would like to ask Ahmad, what do you think? Or Jar?
Yeah, that's about right.
Thank you.
Then if it's less than that, that'd be even better, of course.
Mhm.
Okay, tweet sent.
Thank you, Alberto.
Yes.
Proceed with the message. Yes, please proceed. Proceed. So find the accessibility. Please proceed with the step. Please proceed with the Cloudflare steps. Proceed, please. Thank you very much. So we finished with the upgrade at the moment. Now we are receiving traffic normally. And I would like to ask, please, Nailia, if you could start your tests on the 11 version, the long tests, the long set of tests.
Yep, I'm starting.
Thanks to everyone. I think we can keep some minutes more of the call to ensure that everything is running properly. And if you don't have any alerts or any performance degradation. Henry, could you please confirm that the platform is running properly?
We don't have requests coming in right now. We need to wait for a minute, maybe.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I mean, but yeah, I see the web page up and running and working.
So also, can we remove the maintenance window on PagerDuty if we haven't already as well?
Let me wait a minute for this, because if you have abnormal traffic, that will still produce a lot of pages.
Good point. Thanks.
Then, yeah, we still have the maintenance going on in status GitLab.com, so I'll keep it there for another minute or a couple of minutes. Let's see, and then I'll finish it.
Yeah, let's ramp traffic up and then kill the silencers and then make an update. I would suggest.
We still need to put pages into ready mode.
Yeah, traffic is starting to ramp up.
When I was sending the tweet, we're all done.
Well, I mean, not yet, but at any time, whenever we're all happy and we get the all clear, I will send that tweets in the next minutes.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for hanging in there, Alejandro.
Ahmad, do we need to execute something else, or are we good to this?
Just reverting the script update we did in console, but that's going on right now. Other than that, I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
It looks like pages are back up, so thank you.
Please let us know when it's executed.
So regarding that last post in the channel from Jarv, is that I'm assuming that that's already done. I mean, we enable Chef Client to revert that change, but just double checking that that everything's okay regarding that comment. This is in PG upgrade.
Yes, we're running Shift Client to revert this change.
Right, thank you. But then are we ready to finish the maintenance and send the last tweets in status.io?
I would wait at least until 5 till. And then, yeah, and then how long is, or actually, Henry, you're going to manually remove the maintenance window once we see a requisite level of traffic?
Yeah, the traffic is looking like before the change now. So I will remove the alerts maintenance and see what alerts we get. But it's looking good now.
Yeah, why don't we wait till 5.2, Alberto, and then remove maintenance mode? I don't expect anything else to pop up. I think this went pretty well. I counted like one off-script item, so really appreciate the effort everybody's put in over these last handful of weeks, and really thank the Congress team as well for the support. And Andres, good call out on the off-script thing that we did the backup. So nice work. But yeah,
So you want to wait for another couple of minutes, pretty much.
Yeah, 5 till. I'm just hitting the psychological 1255 CET number. But yeah, I think we're mostly safe. And you can pull the trigger when you want, but that 5 till is just my finger in the wind recommendation.
I'm happy with that. I was just wanted to clarify the minutes, and I'll trigger it then. So a couple of minutes.
Awesome. And then I did want to add too that the folks that aren't directly within my team, please work with your managers on finding some sufficient comp time for rolling in on a Sunday. Yeah, really appreciate the additional hands on the call. Really helpful to have additional voices. So thanks.
I stopped the silences and the PagerDuty maintenance. So let's see if we get some alerts, but so far it's looking very nice. And this was awesome to watch, by the way, the whole upgrade procedure. I really liked it.
One of my last questions is, I know we preserved some nodes at 9.6, and I remember asking this question in staging as well, but what's, if we're comfortable with this change, which, we have to be at this point, I think, since opening traffic, what's the plan with those remaining nodes?
We have 4 nodes that we will shut. At the moment, they're not in execution, so we can shut down them. So we are not executing the rollback. So these 4 nodes, we can proceed today or tomorrow to shut down them.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm sending the tweet now and finishing the maintenance. Yeah, just did. We're finishing the maintenance in status.io. Pages is already up and running?
Yeah, it looks like. I can see docs and all those fun things. So I also want to make a note too. I'll work with Jose and Alberto to find a retro time, because I think having retro would be important, just to talk about things. But I also wanted to call out that I really appreciated the safety mechanism in the script where we could actually stop it and then come back to the exact step. So thanks for building that in.
And then I still have a recording going, so I'm going to stop it now if everybody's okay with that.
Yes, Alberto, thank you.